guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to get this easy, everyday, professional look. Okay, maybe not a good look for lunch with the boss or interviewing for a new job or even a first date. Definitely not for the faint of heart. But if you want a little edgy, dark glam in your life, keep on watching and you'll see how I got this look. So let's get started. I've already got my foundation and concealer on and set, and I used the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion as my eyeshadow primer. The first thing I'm going to do on a really big, fluffy packing brush is to take Makeup Geek Beaches and Cream. I'm going to cover this everywhere from my eyebrow bone straight down to my lash line. This is a color that matches my skin tone, which I really need for this look because we are going in with such heavy dark colors. Using this color as a transition will help blend out all of those edges seamlessly, and we won't have anything looking too harsh in the final product. So with that base color down on a very dense, very stiff packing brush, we are going to go in with Urban Decay's Urban. And we're going to put this all over our lid and pretty far up into our crease because today we are going for drama. And I might suggest with this look in particular that you do your eyes first, just because there's a lot of fallout. And this color tends to go on kind of sheer, so you're going to want to put a few layers on to build up that intensity that we're looking for. And cleaning it up off your cheeks can be a major pain in the butt. I understand. But I'm also one of those people where it feels unnatural to do my eyes first, so I just kind of tough it out, live with the fallout, or clean it up afterwards and just, I don't know, I make things harder on myself. And so as you see, we are not going to be neat with this application at all, but we definitely want to make sure that this color is as opaque as possible. I am not normally a person who wears purple, but there's just something so pretty about this color. Maybe it's that blue shimmer in it. Maybe it's because it reminds me of Jessica Rabbit. I don't know. But as you can see, I'm definitely going in a couple times to just make sure it's as opaque and as bright as possible. And I keep making sure that I bring it up further and further into my crease. I don't want to have it too low for when I put in my transition colors because I kind of want you to be able to see it when my eyes are open, which sometimes doesn't happen because I tend to always put my colors a little too low. With that purple down, we're going to take Blackout from Urban Decay on a very stiff angled brush. The first thing you're going to do is draw a line from the corner of your eye up to your eyebrow bone. Obviously not touching, but in that general direction, kind of like you were doing a winged liner. And we're obviously going to do this on both sides. We want to make sure that that line is straight and it is sharp. And instead of bringing it straight down like you would to do a wing liner, I'm going to bring that black across to meet that purple. And then I'm just going to keep building up the darkness of the black from there, always focusing on keeping that line very straight and very sharp at the bottom. It does not need to be very sharp at the top where the purple is because we're going to blend that out eventually. But we want that winged cat eye look to be really, really, really defined, which is why we're using an angled brush at this point. And once you have the shape down, I'm going in with what should be a really small concealer brush, but I'm using it as a packing brush. And I'm just putting in more of that black onto my eyelid, and I'm going to start blending it with the Urban that we already have down. Again, does not need to be really neat at this point, but we really want to keep that black very dark at the corners of the eyes. Then with a clean blending brush, I'm just going to go in and to start blending out the top of this color just a little bit. And then on another blending brush, this one's a little more tapered, I am taking Cyprus Umber from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is going to be our transition color. With this color, we're really going to take away all those harsh lines at the top of Urban and Blackout. And I'm just going to focus the brown, the Cyprus Umber, more on the black and carry it all the way in, getting lighter as we go. And you're going to see me go through about 3 or 4 different blending brushes until I finally get that fade that I want. And we are just going to keep blending and blending and blending. really being sure to focus on where that black meets the purple in the crease. I definitely went a little too strong-handed with the angled brush, and it created a really harsh line, which, hey, what can I say? I got a little crazy. So I'm going to really focus on blurring that out. And as with any other look, the more you blend, the more you're going to take away the intensity of the colors that you've already laid down. So you can see right now that I am going back in with the Urban and the Blackout to really, really deepen the opacity and brighten them up again. And I'm just, again, going to go back over and blend. That's really the key to this look, is to keep the purple bright, the black dark, and everything really blown out and smoky until you get it to a point where you're really happy with it. And once you're finally done and have blended everything out, I like to go back in with the original brush that I used Beaches and Cream on, just to really clean up the edges and make sure that line is still sharp on my outer corner, which you can see I'm doing right now. I'm just further transitioning it, softening it, and resharpening up those edges. Once you're happy with your top lid, it is time to work on your lower lash line. We're going to use the same color, Urban, as before, and on a flat definer brush, we're going to wrap this around our whole bottom eye, from outer corner to inner corner. Don't be afraid to really get in there and to be really heavy with this color, because you want it to be as bright as your top lid, and bring it all the way in to where it meets in your inner tear duct. So once you've got that color down on that same angled brush we used before, you're going to bring that the Blackout, and you're going to meet it with that sharp wing on your upper lid. You want to bring it about 3/4 of the way in on your lower lash line, and you want to make sure that they really do connect and blend seamlessly. Once you've got those colors laid down on a pencil brush, you're going to use the same transition color, the Cyprus Umber that we used before, and just smoke out that lash line. Like I said, the only harsh lines we want to see is that wing. And just keep going back and forth. I'm going to use a couple brushes until I get it to where I want it to be. And just really, really, really make sure that there's nothing harsh underneath your eye, because that's not really a cute look whatsoever. And of course, I can't help it. I'm just going to keep blending around my whole eye. It's just in me to constantly blend, 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 blend. And my final step, once I'm happy with all of that, is to go back in with the same brush we used before, not adding any more Beaches and Cream, just using what's ever is left on the brush to just clean up those edges and make sure that everything is smooth. It also helps to really sharpen that line in case you might have blended some of that black in there. Once you've got your bottom lash line smoked out, we are going to tightline our upper and lower lash line with black. I used the Ulta gel liner in Blackout. And then we are going to go in with liquid liner. I am using the Urban Decay liner in Perversion. And we are going to bring this all the way into our inner corner, around our tear duct, and underneath it to connect with our lower lash line. And we want to keep this line as thin as possible. We don't want this to be thick at all, but we definitely want there to be a defined point. And the liner on the top lid does not have to be a thick line whatsoever. It's going to blend in with that black when we're done, so you won't even really see it. But we just want it to stand out on that purple mostly, and make sure that you've got that sharp point on your inner tear duct. Once I finished my liner, I did some mascara, popped on some eyelashes, and did my brows. So now we are going to get to contouring. With a look this sharp, I want a very strong, defined contour. So I'm going to go in pretty heavy at first with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer on this flat contour brush. And it's going to look pretty sharp right now, but I am going to go in and blend it out on an angled brush, which I'm doing right now, just to keep that defined contour look, but not that super structured, I've got lines drawn on my face look. And I'm just going to bring the excess bronzer all around the perimeter of my face, my temples, and under my chin, just to smoke it out and keep it looking nice and pinched. Once I finish that, I am going to contour my nose just a little bit. By a little bit, I mean it's a little stronger than I do every day, but hey, with this look we can get away with it. And be sure to blend that out as well. And I think I might have dusted just a little bit under my bottom lip. I know I really didn't go that heavy with that since my bottom lip is pretty naturally full. Once I finished bronzing up my face, I took my NYX Ombre blush in Strictly Chic, and I'm just putting that on the apples of my cheeks and then really blending it into my contour. I love this combination. I wear it every day. And when I blend it into my contour, for some reason, it really helps bring out my cheekbones even more. Something about the way it blends, I absolutely love it. And it's just got my favorite blush of all time. And I haven't been a blush wearer generally until I found this blush. The last thing I want to do to really finish off the eyes is take Urban Decay's Foxy, and I'm just going to use it as a slight highlight on my brow bone. And I'm just going to bring that all the way in. Just a little touch. Nothing too strong, too crazy. I kept this look pretty matte for the most part, aside from the purple. I mean, there's some shimmer in that, but that's about it. And the final touch to this look is to add some black lipstick. I'm using Jeffree Star's Weirdo. It's amazingly opaque and so easy to apply. This is the first lipstick I ever bought from him, and I just had to go and buy more. And once that's on, I am just going to douse myself in some Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. And this is the completed look, guys. You certainly can leave your lips matte. I opted to get a little more of a liquid leather look going on my lips and just added a top coat of clear gloss. But I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you want, click that subscribe button, leave me some likes, comments, it really helps me out. And I'll leave all the links for my social media down below, and I will also have a list of every product that I used. I can't wait to show you guys what's next. Bye!